Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. There's another one gone. Another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, another one bites the dust. Shooter. Y'all like Queen? Look at that face. Lord have mercy. Forgive me for being unkept today, people. Okay, y'all know I don't mess with the dead people, but I consider that organization over there or that panel, that's a separate entity, right? Like, was it Trump that said, like, corporations are people too? Corporations are people. People, apparently there's been a shakeup at the gentlemen's panel. Gentlemen's panel, right? I'm not going to spend but a minute on this, but where I hear there was a statement made that I retained in my head. It said people may not remember what you said, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. Right? They don't necessarily remember what you said to them, but they will always remember how you made them feel. So in that spirit, I want to say that I've only had one experience with Conscious TV. And that is because when T.S. Madison and her, what was that guy's name? Her manager fell out, and Conscious had him on there, and I showed up on their live or their stream. Anyway, I remember how nice Conscious TV was to me, and I remember how he made me feel. Right? So I've always liked him, but there's been a roadblock recently because he participated in that damn panel. Now I know that in my anger, I have said things concerning that panel, which I consider to be the most boring panel on YouTube. I've said things directed at the panel, but that encompass other people as well. So I'm sure things have been said about me because of comments I've made about that panel. But it's so freeing when you can be a free entity. Give me free. I'm not associated with some panel now, right? So congratulations to you, Conscious TV. You made the decision that a lot of people have made about that situation over there. I don't know why I found it so. I'm so offended by it. I just think it's just the boringest thing on earth. But as you know, I can't get into the individual situation because there's so many of them on there who I don't fuck with. Right? So I not because I am hesitant about talking about the damn panel, but because of the people who are involved. I want to say also to you, Conscious TV, it hurts me to not be able to talk about the situation with Larry Reid. I really wanted to talk about that, let me tell you. But because of the people involved, and because I know Larry Reid wants nothing more for this damn thing to go away, I have held back on voicing my opinion on this thing. See, it's difficult when things are made public, when it's right in your face, and you're supposed to look at it and just look at it. You are a commentator, but you can't commentate. Now, how are you going to not commentate on the very thing that you commentate on every day, right? So I think it's so horrible what has happened to him. I think it's so horrible the way people will just jump in, not even understanding what it means to defame a person's character. You just don't do that. You don't be out here calling grown men child molesters and shit like that because what? 10 years ago, he said, have you ever watched porn? And then you have the nerve to sit up here talking about, are you going to press charges? What would you press charges on, honey? I don't want to get into that thing for that reason, for two reasons. First of all, the people who are involved in it, I don't think it goes anywhere. And secondly, because I don't think it benefits Larry Reid to keep this thing up and going and going and going. Now, I can understand the relationship between Conscious and Larry. I can understand why he would become involved in this case. They are well-known friends. I don't know what this big deal is about disclosure and all this shit. Tell me everything he ever gave. A girl. Who the fuck don't know that Larry Reid gave him a car? I mean, isn't that common knowledge on here? You can certainly go to certain places and hear about it over and over and over and over ad nauseum. Right? But people somehow feel like there are different standards, and then they can just attack someone. Because now when people, I mean, how do people feel about leaving their kids over that man's house? Because 10 years ago, he has somebody, young people who were living in his house, who I assume they were there because that was the pastor and they're supposed to be mentoring them. And he was asking, do you ever watch porn? Isn't that part of the man's responsibility? Who else would you have the conversation with? If you can't have the conversation with your parents, your mama don't want to talk about it, and your daddy certainly don't want to talk about it, and they don't even talk to each other, and they don't sit you somewhere else behind a pastor, wouldn't that be one of the questions you would ask them? I mean, you would have that conversation with who? Anyway, there's so much there. There's so much there. But out of respect for Larry Reid Live, who I think is a good person, I will keep my opinions to myself. So we just want to take a minute, and we want to congratulate you, Conscious TV, for breaking away from a dying thing. If a thing is dying, don't let it kill you as well, right? Because forever your reputation will be wrapped up in that dying thing. Let it die, is what I say. Okay, people, I can't spend a lot of time on that because you all know me well enough to know that it was just spinning to. Now I'll be accused of inserting myself in that mess, and I have no desire to be involved with certain people on YouTube. Okay, how y'all? I have the same problem where I have no chat here at all. Now why would it do that to me? Why, people? I need to see my lovely darlings. Wait a minute. Maybe if let me see. My tube switch account. Nope, I can't get it. Okay, so I can't get it. Anyway, so we just want to leave you with that. The other story, the much bigger story, the much more consequential story is these police done raided Rudy Giuliani. That motherfucker must be 80 years old. They raided the apartment and home of Rudy Giuliani. So New York State, and apparently the Fed, because the Feds are what raided him, are not letting this thing go with Donald Trump, right? They are still after his attorneys. You don't find too many attorneys' offices being raided unless they represent drug dealers, right? They have done raided his apartment. They're not letting it go. The state is after Trump's ass, and they're going for everybody around him. Now, when an 80-year-old man, I don't know how old he is, 75 to 80-year-old man, when you tell him that you are facing 10 years and even 10 years in prison, that is a life sentence. Now, who do you think they're going to save? His own ass or Donald Trump's ass? Right? They get the impression that since they have attorney-client privilege, right? They can do whatever the hell. They can tell them anything they want, right? And then when the rubber hits the road, they used to say they sing like canaries. So I find it amusing. And we'll see what happens with Trump. Will Trump be the first president of the United States, ex-president, to actually go and serve prison time? We don't know. I think all of us know he's guilty, though. He's a person of horrible, hideous character. But like so many other people, I just assume he'd go away as well. I don't want to hear nothing about no damn Donald Trump. But I see that the justice system apparently does work, because now that he has removed his henchman Barr, he is no longer in office. These people, as soon as they are sworn in, are coming after that whole Trump organization, that whole Trump orbit, right? So I think that's a good thing. Good for you. Then he's going to owe so many billions of dollars to all these, whatever. See, you can get sucked into the Trump thing then. But people, I do recognize the value of the chat, though, because without the chat, I feel like I'm just talking to myself. So you guys go over there and check out Conscious TV. I think he made his case. Conscious is an unusual kind of guy, but when it comes down to actually stating the case, he kind of laid it out pretty good, I thought. I said, well, yeah, you're making some very, very good points here, honey. Past the hair, the lashes, and everything else, there is a mind in there that is, I think, pretty sharp. Okay, you guys, if anything else comes up, I'll come back. I'm sorry about these short lives. I guess I could start doing, what do you call those things? Uploads again. But I got to figure out about my chat here, kind of thing. All right, so love you guys. Talk to you later. Let me sing another verse of my song. Doom, ding, 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 ding. Another one bites the dust. How do you ding, 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 ding. Are you hungry? Are you satisfied? How long can you stand the beat? We'll just add the words. Doom in the seat of your seat. Hey, hey. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. Another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, another one bites the dust. Goodbye, people. I'll be back. Don't worry.